Talk Show. Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. Reality TV, church reviews. Let's talk happy love and marriage lifestyle. Come and talk with us. Come and share with us. Come and laugh with us. Come on and pray with us.
Regina Clovis, special guest. You should be following your leaf. Bless. Subscribe on YouTube. Listen on podcasts. We live on IG and Facebook. This episode is sponsored by Truth and Triumph Ministries.
Hey, everybody. Oh,
hey, Jonathan.
Hey, Dustin. Hey, Regina.
Hey, Jonathan. We had Erin up here. She's probably going to go out and come right back on. But you guys, hello. Welcome back to the Juice Radio and Talk Show. It is time for our 90-day fiance review and chat. You guys get ready. Let's have the conversation. Let's say hello to everybody on panel. Dustin, Jonathan, Erin. How y'all doing?
We're doing good.
Doing awesome.
I love it. Y'all, are y'all ready to have this conversation? I'm going to have to tell y'all, I am still watching this through the Pillow Talk version. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm ready.
My program keeps filming the Pillow Talk. Ugh.
Right. Girl,
you got to figure that out, Regina.
yeah, it's okay. I understand.
I need to figure it out and figure out why it does that. But you guys, let's jump into this. So, Dustin, where are we starting today with 90 Day Fiance?
We're starting with Nicole and Mahmoud. I want to get them out of the way because they're the ones that really set me off this episode because she tried to get him in the car and she basically told him she wanted to get him out of the house the last episode. So why now you're trying to get him back in the house? What is it? Do you want him to be with you or do you not want to? Yeah, and I don't like when people flip flop. Either you don't want to be with him or you do. So Nicole, you need to get that figured out. Now I don't want to get it. You can get off my TV screen for that is. I want to see you next season.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin just gonna go in. Y'all say hello to Robin. Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
And Bianca's here. Hello, Bianca.
Hey, Bianca.
And Lady Virgo. Hey, Lady Virgo.
Hey, Lady Virgo.
Thank you for being here, you guys. And thank you, Erin, for putting all this beautiful commentary in the chats here. Remember, if you like to follow the panelists and their social media platforms, remember the links are in the comment section right over there. Erin makes it so easy for all of y'all. Thank you, Erin, for doing that. Erin, what do you think about Mahmoud and Nicole? Oh, my goodness.
I found it very interesting, her going after him leaving the house. I'm not sure why she couldn't have gotten calmer while he was in the house to talk to him. I questioned her motives on that one. And I also did not like the way she was shoving him when he was outside her car and she was trying to get him inside the car. I think that says a lot about people, how they handle somebody, like physically handle them.
Mm-hmm.
That worried me.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to pass it over to Jonathan. Valid points, Erin. And here's another thing. But Jonathan and I just got off talking about reality chat for Summer House Martha's Vineyard and the man and women situations.
Mm-hmm.
When a woman puts her hand physically on a man and the reaction of others, and when a man puts his hands physically on a woman. Now, Mahmoud, we are seeing more and more and more why Mahmoud was arrested, but it wasn't.
Yes.
I think he was the right one to get arrested.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nicole maybe should have been in some handcuffs.
Right.
I think Nicole should have been arrested. Regina. I think that Nicole should have been arrested. She's the one that caused a lot of it. She caused a lot of this, in my opinion, and she should be the one that's being in the back of the police car, and not Mahmoud.
Come on now,
So,
I'm telling you.
That's just my opinion on that part.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Bianca, for your beautiful comments. Jonathan, tell us about this Nicole. I know I saw your eye roll when Dustin first mentioned their names. Because listen, I was eye rolling with you. Because these two right here, y'all police, y'all arrested the wrong one.
Oh, okay. I will agree with Dustin. Nicole deserves to be in the Hooskow herself. I did not appreciate this at all. I feel so bad for Mahmoud. And he literally says, "You brought your friends over here to start a fight." Yes, he initially you wanted me to meet your friends. Yes, that was your initial plan. However, you literally brought them over here for them to be on your side of the fight, so you could be the right one in the fight, so that you could be justified, and so that you could be validated in your concerns, about our relationship. And so, and then Mahmoud said, "Well, you asked me to leave, so that's what I did. I left, and so now you're begging me to come back to your house." She is being, understandable in letting him stay at her house, because he literally would have nowhere else to go if he were to not go back to Egypt. So I appreciate her doing that, even though it's like, well, either you're going to have him in your house or have him out on the street. And so reality TV show, you don't want to be seen putting your man out on the street. So of course you would have to do that. But I'm done with them. Clearly, I'm literally done with them. We have the same review, the same conversations about this every single week, and so I'm tired. I'm tired.
And like I said,
not tired, Jonathan. You are tired. You are tired.
Check David Allen Greer on Martin when he played Reverend Leon Lonnie Love. Anybody out there tired? I'm tired. Okay.
I hope we're on the same page and not seeing them on the next season. I don't want to see them again.
Oh my goodness!
And I just don't want to see them. I don't want to see them again. I'll finish the rest of the season with this season, but I don't want to. I don't thank you, TLC. Take them off the TV. Thank you.
Right. Oh my goodness! These two. Let me tell you guys this again. Also, if Mahmoud would have put his hands on Nicole the way she put her hands on him with trying to get in the vehicle, how many people would have been bashing Mahmoud?
Everybody.
A lot.
Everybody.
So we got to start paying attention to this kind of stuff. You can't yell, "Oh, a man touched me, a man hit me," but then you turn around and do worse to a man, and we're not supposed to say anything.
Right.
We got to do better. We've got to do better. Jonathan, where would you like to go next? And then I'm going to come back up with Dustin.
I want to go with Ashley and Manuel.
Oh, Lord, these two.
I'm going to say this, and I don't think I've said this about this couple yet. I want Manuel to leave Ashley. I really want Manuel to leave Ashley. She does not deserve him. She does not appreciate him. Manuel does things so that Ashley doesn't get on his nerves. Manuel does things so that he's comfortable. And so when she's upset about the fact that he went and had breakfast with his best friend, Jonathan, he has breakfast with his best friend, Jonathan. Now, I understand Ashley saying, well, as your wife, you need to tell me what you're doing at all times. But I get what Manuel is saying when he revealed in the previous episode that Ashley doesn't like him to be going out on his own, doing different things on his own and having his independence. Ashley literally wants Manuel to be dependent on her so that she has that stranglehold on him, so that she has that control. That's her little bit of control that she has over him, her dictating what it is, his every move. And so this is a red flag to me, as far as Ashley is concerned, because this is not a healthy relationship. Manuel is making moves so that he protects his peace, so that he protects his energy. He didn't tell her because he knew that Ashley would be like, "Oh, well, I want to come along too." But she invite herself to this New York on this New York trip. He knew that she was going to invite herself to his breakfast with Jonathan. And Manuel wants time on his own. Manuel wants time away from Ashley. And so I understand that. And Ashley does not want to see past that. She cannot see past her own personal issues with Manuel to see his side of things. And she refuses to do that. And she's doing the same thing that Nicole was doing. She's using her friends to gang up on Manuel, to make Manuel the bad person in the situation, to make Manuel the wrong person in the situation. And that's manipulation. And I don't appreciate that. Again, Manuel is a good man, at least in my opinion. And I don't think Manuel would be doing the things that he's doing that she doesn't like if she was more understanding, if she was more trusting of him. And Manuel has said time and time again, I've done nothing to Ashley to make her feel as though she can't trust me. Because what can Manuel do. There was no cheating allegations whatsoever, and Ashley's acting as if she's had to take this man on Maury to take a lie detector test about his cheating ways. And Manuel is obviously loyal to Ashley, but for some reason she has some type of insecurity, making her feel as though this Latin lover is going to go out and find himself another lover. And I don't like to see it. I hate seeing it. And Ashley is really starting to tick me off because she's not treating Manuel the way that he deserves to be treated. And I can't get with it. I want Manuel to get his own independence. I want Manuel to live his own life and be happy. Manuel is not happy in this relationship. And Ashley, I don't think she knows how to make Manuel happy. She only knows how to make herself happy with Manuel in the picture. And I can't get with that.
Well, Robin said, wait, you want them to break up, JoJo?
Yes.
She said, I don't think they should have ever gotten married.
Agreed. Right on, Ace Boom Coon. Right on.
And she also asked, why are Mahmoud and Nicole a couple? Well, they're no longer a couple. They have since divorced.
They got the divorce. They had a divorce since then.
And Robin said Nicole and Ashley are both controlling.
Agreed. That's it right there, Robin. That is it.
Dustin, what's your thoughts on Nicole and not Nicole, on Ashley and Manuel?
Well, I do agree with what Jonathan. I'm sorry. I do agree with what Jonathan just said. I'm 100% on with Jonathan on this. They need to get out of. He needs to get out of this marriage. I always say this on my show, and I'll say it again. Why be miserable? If you're in a marriage and you're miserable, get out of it. Yeah, and Ashley doesn't not treat him with respect for anybody. When he can't do nothing right, according to Ashley's. He can't do nothing right to please Ashley.
Right.
So if you're not happy in a marriage in the first place, well, why are you with it? And then get a divorce and get out of it. I don't want get out of it. I just don't like to see people spending the rest of their life trying to figure out their marriage. But we could see that some of these couples are not going to make it this season. And Ashley and Manuel is one of them.
Well, Robin said this, and I'll pass down to Aaron. Robin, I'm sorry, Dustin. Go ahead. You were saying something.
Ashley and Manuel just need to cut. They need to get the divorce and get out of it.
Well, so Robin said this. So you think that Manuel might have used Ashley to get to the USA? Question mark.
Yes, I do.
She said he's too miserable to claim love. Aaron, what's your thoughts on Manuel and Ashley? Hey, Michelle.
Well, to look at it from the other side, Manuel did say he wanted a private life. I'm sorry, it's one life. You have one wife and one life. So you don't get a private life when you're married.
Right.
You share your life to be on the other side of this. And I don't think that I think if he did talk to her more, maybe she would be more open. Now, Ashley is a drama queen, and 100% I agree with that. And she totally would have invited herself to breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she would have. And that's just who she is. She wants to be involved in his life.
In every aspect of his life.
Feel involved by being like, hey, I heard from so-and-so today. Talking about his life to her might make her feel more secure. But he wants a private life. You cannot have a private life when you are married. That's what's making her so suspicious, is those words he's using. And words are powerful, and he's using all the wrong words when he does discuss it to her. So he has to take some responsibility too, that he's making her feel insecure. He's not making her feel more secure, like, no, I love you, I want you involved in my life and stuff like that. We just need time. He's like, I need my space.
Right.
Your space, you're married and you're newlyweds. So looking at it from both sides, he's not doing any better than Ashley. Yeah, she's much more loud and abrupt, and that's why we're noticing her actions a lot more, because she's more in your face about it. But I find you got to watch the quiet ones.
You better say that twice.
because what he's not saying could be more powerful than what he is. So
You better come on with that. Come on.
Quick question to the panel. Ashley, for the last 2 episodes, has made it a point to tell her soothsayer friend or whoever she is that did this reading on them, so doing all this rigmarole, whatever word she's using that's not in the English dictionary. She seems to have this point of Manuel not taking accountability for his actions.
What about
is
her?
it that
She don't take accountability either.
Right, but what is it that Ashley wants him to take accountability for? I'm confused about that.
I don't
Is there
know.
something that we're not seeing? Because
Well,
from
I
what
think
I
there's
see, I don't see where he needs to take accountability. I'm not seeing the issue here on Manuel's part.
I think that we have an issue that we don't see yet in the season, and we might not see it until the tell-all. But I think there's an issue that they haven't talked about yet. But so far as I can tell, he doesn't need to take accountability. He hasn't done nothing wrong. The one that needs to take accountability, his name is Ashley, and Ashley only. Like I said, they need to both get a divorce and call it quit.
I disagree.
Okay, Aaron, what is it? What is it that I'm not seeing?
She wants him to take accountability to the fact that she's lost in the relationship a lot of times because he gives her part of the information.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes with that and she's wrong, and then he's mad. Because, well, she only went off of what you said. You should have explained the whole situation to her.
Mm-hmm.
He only wants to give her about a quarter, not even a quarter of the story, and then he just, like, she's still, by the way, at this time, we know she's still paying for his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's not letting her know why sometimes they need more money or something like that. Maybe she would feel more compassionate and be like, oh, you need more money because this situation came up. No, he's demanding the money without explanation.
Right.
Oh, I know I told you this much, but you should have sent that.
This seems to be a type of situation where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, because I think there's a reason why Manuel doesn't want to give her all the information, because Ashley is extremely nosy and she wants to put her nose in every single part of Manuel's business. She wants to be involved in everything that Manuel is doing. And so to avoid that, Manuel makes sure to give her the information he feels that she only needs to know, so that everything works out in the best way possible. But, I understand why Manuel does what he is doing. However, it is causing friction between he and Ashley. But I don't know if it would be any better if Manuel were to give her all the information, because I feel like Manuel is trying to avoid issues with his wife. That's, of course, not the right way to go about it. Trying to avoid the issue. You have to face it head on. But I understand why Manuel is doing what he's doing. So thank you for enlightening me, Aaron, because I wasn't seeing that.
I can understand why he's doing it, but I can understand what the problem is too that she wants accountability for.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
So it's a two-sided story.
Yeah. Two-edged sword.
Thank you. I knew I was saying it wrong. I was just like,
It's all right.
All right, you guys. Thank you. I was putting here, the ladies were saying they weren't seeing Robin's comments. She's over there on our Truth and Triumph Ministries YouTube page, you guys. That's why you don't see her comments. So I'm going to send her the link. She can stay in Truth and Triumph because it still, migrates over here to the channel. But if she wants to join in on the chat, I'll go ahead and send her the link to the YouTube channel as well. I want to say this about Ashley and Manuel. When Manuel was telling her that he wants his own space, he needs his own space, I kind of get what he's saying, but not every day, all day, Manuel.
Right.
You could, as a man, as an individual, as a person, you can't smother. And
yes,
and
exactly.
Jovi's wife said it best. Thank you, Aaron, for getting them comments. Jovi's wife said it best when she said, Jovi was doing the same thing to her and she needs her space. Even though she loves Jovi, she still needs her space. And I think Manuel is not saying he wants to be alone, but he's basically saying that you're smothering me. You're being too much.
Exactly.
And remember, he doesn't have a job that he's going out to every day.
Right.
So he don't even have that alone time. Of course, when she's out maybe working, he is alone. But I don't even see Manuel. Say that again, Aaron.
No, she makes him come.
Oh God, this girl.
No, that's what makes it worse. It doesn't sound better.
So I would understand why Manuel says that he wants his space. It's not that he wants to be, because if he wanted to be separated from Ashley, he would just leave her. That's not what he wants to do. And unfortunately, Ashley can't really read between the lines. Ashley is a very matter-of-fact type of person. The information that you give her, she's going to take that to the bank, and she's going to hold you to that. And so, Manuel, because he wants to be a little vague here and there, that doesn't work with Ashley at all. But I call myself a Manuel apologist for a reason, because I really do see Manuel's side of the issue with this, and I feel bad for him. I really do.
Michelle said the same in the comments. She said, "I can see both sides of what they are both saying." Yeah, I can too. Now, here's the thing. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I think Manuel is too laid back for Ashley.
I think so too, Regina. Thank you for saying that.
I think Ashley needs somebody that wants to just sit up in her face all day, cuddle her, give her hugs and kisses when she washing dishes, come up behind her, giving hugs and kisses. When she's going out to get the mailbox, hugs and kisses. When she come back in, hugs and kisses. I think that's what Ashley wants. And Manuel is the type, I only want to do hoo-ha with him. When we're done, I'm going back to playing my game.
Thank you. That's it right there.
That's why they work. I think in the long run they will work. I think in the
long run.
I think right now this is so much pressure because he's not working. I think once he's working and has a balanced life a little bit more, I see them working out the kinks. I think this is the hard part of the marriage, and everybody who's been in a marriage for a long time, there are those lows. I think they are unfortunately having to start with the low because of the situation, but I do see them getting through it.
Aaron, I think the main issue with Ashley and Manuel, they don't understand one another's love languages. They don't understand how one another is pleased in their relationship, in their particular relationship, and how to be happy with one another in their relationship. And I don't know if that's because they don't have much experience with relationships before they got together. So I don't know how Ashley is in relationships, because if this is the way that she is in relationships, I can understand why it might run a man off. You know what I'm saying? Because a man does not want to be underneath his woman 24/7. A man like Manuel wants to have his own space. He wants to have his own thing, and he wants to have his own independence. And Ashley refuses to give him that space. And that's why he feels so cluttered. That's why he feels so claustrophobic with her. He just wants to have his own time. And I get that.
I think they'll learn each other, and they'll both have to bend and be able to accommodate the other's needs as best as they can. But will it be 100% of what they want? I don't think
it won't be 100%, but it might be close. It won't be 100%, but it might be getting closer. But I just don't see it working out.
See, the issue,
now,
I don't see it.
The issue with that, Regina, is that both of them have to be willing to bend. And neither one of them have the personality type to be willing to bend, especially Ashley. Manuel, could be inspired to bend, but Ashley is my way or the highway, and that's it. We got to go with what it is that I want.
Go ahead.
You do it her way or no way.
I don't
think
see
he's bendable.
I think they're both bendable, and I think they've both shown it on the show. He came here. He's let her more into his life, not as much as she wants, but he's bending. And she didn't want to give any money to his kids in the beginning. And then she's going forward. She's changed her mind, and she's willing to go a little slower with the kids because she's backed off that we've seen in the show since he explained it. She is willing to bend. Maybe we haven't seen the big gestures that we want, but we have seen little bends. And I think those will grow over time as they relax into the relationship.
Okay, so the bending has not been necessarily significant to the point where I would be able to notice it, because I definitely have not been able to see it myself. Maybe I need to watch it again. Maybe I need to reevaluate their relationship. But I just see Ashley as this one thing, and hopefully she'll be able to do something that'll be able to change my mindset concerning her as far as their relationship is concerned. But I just see Ashley as this one thing, and it's not. it's not so alluring. It's not something that someone would want to gravitate towards. It's not something that I would want to be around a whole lot. Therefore, I would understand why Manuel wouldn't want to be around her 24/7. But that's just me.
You know what I think with, go ahead, Aaron.
I said, well, I think when we see something we don't like, it automatically becomes the biggest thing we don't like. Like for Rob, those things, it's hard to see the other things for me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Ashley's personality is so big, it is hard to notice the smaller things she's doing because what she does do,
She does
is
big.
big and
has such an impact. It has such an impact, and whereas the smaller things have no impact, at least for me, at least obviously, and so therefore they're harder to recognize.
And I think because she doesn't like to bend, she's not showing those as much because she,
Right.
out of pride,
Yes.
doesn't want to show that she's bent.
Yeah. Say that
Even
again,
when she's
Aaron. Use
packed.
that word pride again one more time for the people in the back. Because that's what she got. She got a whole lot of it. Manuel is prideful too, as well. They're both very prideful people. They're both one and the same. Although Manuel is a little bit more low key, they're both one and the same as far as pride is concerned.
Yeah, here's the thing with Manuel and with Ashley. Even if they stay together for the longevity and they stay together forever, here's the thing. I will always see her complaining about what Manuel is not doing, and Manuel will always be doing what Manuel wants to do. That's the way I see it.
That's
Even
how
if
their relationship works.
even if they stay in this relationship. She reminds me of one of the little abuelitas, little Spanish grandmothers that be complaining about her man. Oh, but she still won't leave him. She ain't leaving him, but she complain about him, but she loves him, but she won't leave him. That's kind of where I see her and Manuel. Yeah, if they stay together for forever, that's where they're gonna be. But that 100% of he's my sweetheart, my love, and all this stuff. That's gonna happen when they get ready to make whoopee. And when she's not getting the affection that she wants, she's gonna go back to the nagging. But I don't think, like Aaron said, I think they're gonna stay together. Will they make it work? It's gonna be some work. This is gonna be a process.
Ashley is a living, breathing telenovela all on her own. On her own. She's a living, breathing telenovela. Absolutely.
She is. She is. And I don't even know how it is that she got to this point with Manuel, because they're so opposite. And like Aaron said, the opposite that, it attracts, but they are so opposite that it's just amazing to me. Well,
Regina,
Michelle,
I'm really surprised that Manuel has not left her yet. I'm really shocked.
Well, he can't leave her yet. The paperwork and all this, he's still going through the process.
Oh, okay.
I mean, let's just be real about it, man. Well,
okay, let's call the T the T.
what it is, what it is. I mean, y'all look at Michael. Michael came over, waited until his feet hit the U.S. soil, and he was like, "Bye, Angela."
Okay, see ya. Okay.
Speaking of Michael, real quick, let me just go real quick, and I'll come back down to you, Aaron. Michael is on social media again because he is no longer with Angela, and Michael is selling videos, you guys, where he would give you a birthday shout out, give you anniversary shout out, give you hellos and all this kind of stuff at $70 plus a pop.
Oh.
And if you want to do a video, it's like $300. And I'm gonna see if I can find that information. But Michael is out here making money, and when I saw the article, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. But it's Michael, and he's got to make some money, I guess. So it is what it is. Aaron, what's your thoughts? Aaron, let me get this comment. Michelle said, everybody needs their space every now and then in a relationship, in any relationship, not every day, but every now and then. Let's keep it real. Absolutely. Go ahead, Aaron.
I know I'm going to say this later in the episode with other couples, but men do need men time, same as girls need girls time. And I think they both have to learn that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. It's like with my husband. We've been together all this, and my husband is not one of these that like to go out. He's not one of these that likes to be outside. He loves being in the comfort of his home. Thank God. But my husband also loves the comfort of being on his phone, watching news, flipping through news articles. He loves political stuff. He also loves being able to sit down, watch a game, kick his feet up. And even though when we started out, I would, sit there with him. I didn't know which team was playing. I didn't know who to root for or whatever, but I would sit there with him, and he liked it. but he also loves his quiet time.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it when, I can give him that. I'm not all up in his face during the moments that he wants to be alone. And that's what I think it is, Ashley. I think your timing is off when it comes to Manuel. When Manuel is watching his soccer, leave him.
Right.
Don't bother him. Know the schedule. Leave him alone. But when you constantly are trying to bother a man when they're in their zone, you're going to get that reaction from them because you're going to make them miss the kick. They don't miss the field goal, the touchdown, or whatever it is. They're going to miss it, and they're going to be mad at you. You have to know the timing.
And I don't understand how Ashley doesn't see when she's nagging him when he wants his alone, when she clearly sees he wants his alone time and he does not want to be dealing with you. And she consistently wants to persistently be in his face. And she doesn't see that as a problem. I don't understand that at all. I really don't.
Oh, I don't know. Hey, Mamir, thank you for being here. Hey, Mamir. Listen, Ashley got a lot of work to do. First thing Ashley needs to learn how to do is stop telling your business to everybody.
Okay. Say that again, Regina.
First thing, Ashley, stop
putting your business in the street.
She didn't even just put it in the street. She put it on the trash can at the sidewalk. She just dumping it anywhere. Any
ear to hear, honey. Okay, she's gonna tell it.
Any ear. Look at the person that the shop or whatever become the psychiatrist, and you just sitting there and just telling them all your business.
The bar manager. I'm sorry to make all this mess at your bar. It's just me and my husband. We having all these issues. I don't trust him. And girl, why is he your soapbox, girl? Why are you on your soapbox all the time? It's so annoying and it's unflattering. I'm sorry.
Well, since we're talking about people putting their business out on the streets and in the trash cans and to all these other people, let's talk about Rob and Sophie, because he did the exact same thing.
Rob and Sophie are getting crazy.
Rob and Sophie.
They're not. I think he's cheating. I think he's got another cell phone, because when I was watching the episode, there was a cell phone ringing, in his bed when they were in the bed together, and his phone was ringing. And I think he's trying to hide his other cell phone so Sophia doesn't know that he's with somebody else. But I think he's with somebody else allegedly. And
well,
he doesn't want to be with Sophia anyway. So if you want to do what you got to do and let Sophia go. Sophia don't deserve what she's getting treated like by Rob. And,
Dustin, we all have to call it what it is. It's a whole phone, y'all. It's the whole phone, everybody. It's the whole phone, honey.
The whole phone. Thank you.
Yeah,
because he is a hoe.
Thank you. He
okay. Rightly so. Okay. Yeah. 2 points, 3 points for Aaron for that one. Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
Aaron, I love it. Oh my gosh. Listen, Rob. Okay, so Rob's got two phones. Let's talk about the relationship wise, and I'm turning back over to Jonathan and then over to Aaron. Rob with the additional phones, and then we'll come back to Rob talking to the man, who is the shaman, which it turns out he's a shaman, so good thing he is.
Mm-hmm.
But Rob and these additional phones, this is the first time that Sophie knows Rob's got this second phone. Was this the first time she found out about this second phone?
This is the first time. This is the first time, Regina. We didn't know about this till this last night.
Let me tell you. First of all, where is Rob getting the money to pay these bills? That part. Where is he getting the money from? Jonathan, let's talk about Rob and Sophie. What do you think about them talking to the shaman and this new phone that done come up?
The fact that Alexa was clearly given information on a voicemail from a phone or something like that. I heard Alexa talking in the background after the phone stopped ringing, and all the cameramen said, "Oh, it's not my phone. It's not my phone. It's not my phone." Yeah. So it's none of the other people's phones in the air. So clearly, it is obvious that Rob has a second phone, and if he's not a drug dealer, which that could be the case because we really don't know exactly what he's doing, because allegedly. Thank you for that, Regina. So there could be more than one reason why he has a whole phone, but I love the fact that we saw Sophie's mother again because I was missing seeing her in these past couple of episodes. So I'm so glad that we saw her at least in the phone. She said that she's back in Mexico, where she now lives full time. But
Okay.
so as far as I liked seeing them out at the flea market, I think she said that she had never been to a flea market before. She had been new to this particular experience, and so I thought it was really sweet for them to talk to that man about the amethyst rock. Jennifer recently got herself an amethyst, and he was saying, he was telling them that when you've got an unction, when you've got something that's telling you that something's going wrong, you have to address it. And so I'm glad that they were able to get some type of relationship advice from an outside source to let them know exactly how they might be able to better their relationship. But it's clear where this relationship is going. It's clear that they have absolutely zero trust. And in either way, Rob don't trust Sophie. Sophie clearly does not trust Rob, and for good reason. I thought it was cute that Sophie went to go looking for the phone. I knew she wasn't going to find it. I mean, I'm sure Rob is very skilled on how to hide things, even though he's been caught red-handed on more than one occasion. However, I don't have any faith in them. Obviously, they've now divorced. They're no longer together. And I just feel sorry for Sophie. I hope that she can find love on her own. Hopefully, she can find someone who can appreciate her. I don't know if I would agree with her making the assumption that he has some type of fetish with muscular women. I think she's just trying to pull things out of the air to make sense of what she doesn't know about. When you don't have a clear understanding of what's going on, you make assumptions. And a lot of times those assumptions are nowhere near the truth. So the thing is, I want Sophie to ask him questions, but we know that Rob is not going to be truthful with her when it comes to his answers concerning those questions. So I just feel bad for Sophie altogether. And I'm waiting to see what will happen next with them. But of course, Rob is still Rob, and that's just that.
Well, when they had the preview for next week, they were going into therapy.
And he got mad at
so
her.
We're gonna see what happens next week with that.
And he had the nerve to be upset with her bringing up their marital issues.
Oops,
the fact that he has cheated on her, and that's not going to come up in your therapy. You expect that not to be a topic of discussion during your therapy? The fact that you have gone outside of your relationship, and this is obviously a huge issue in your relationships. You don't think that is pertinent for you to discuss during your therapy, Rob? Your therapy, Rob? He just doesn't want to be seen as the bad person.
He doesn't like that part.
Right. He obviously didn't like that part. I understand you don't want to be seen as the bad one in this relationship, because besides Sophie not being able to clean up on her own, I don't see too many other issues on Sophie's side. So clearly Rob
I don't see very many issues with Sophie. Most of the issues are with Rob.
Yes, they are. And he doesn't want to take that accountability, but he will never take that accountability.
Aaron, what's your thoughts on this Rob?
I already know, but I don't like Rob. I'm Jane Denny. He didn't get any better. I can't see past the Rob to get to anything else. I did enjoy them breaking the fourth wall to show that it had to be Rob's phone in case he tried to blame somebody else in the room later on, like production. And they're like, "Oh, not us, not us."
Okay,
they're like breaking that fourth wall to make sure it's clear that it was his phone.
Right.
And then Alexis going off, and I had to Google this last night with Dustin. I was like, Dustin, can Alexis just pick up somebody else's phone signal, or does that have to be programmed in ahead of time? It has to be programmed in. So that voicemail was programmed in. So meaning when Sophie wasn't living there, he was probably using both those phones, and that's why Alexis can, pick that up.
Right.
I had to Google it because I'm like, I don't have Alexis. I don't know how Alexis works. Alexis just doing this on her own.
It has to be programmed in.
Oh my
But
goodness.
Alexis can't. So his whole phone, because he's a hoe and needs a whole phone. It's obviously his whole phone.
Yeah.
I cannot with Aaron.
And it just gives me more reason to say, oh.
Just so you
That's
know,
all he
Aaron,
is.
just so you know, Aaron, I consider you saying the word "hoe" as a curse word. For you, for
It's the
me,
closest I'll get.
for me, that the
Aaron
"hoe"
is
is a
cracking
curse
me up.
word for me, from coming from Aaron. I'm surprised to hear you actually utter that word out of your mouth, but I'm happy for you.
It's difficult, but he is what he is.
Thank you for stepping outside of your comfort zone for us, Aaron. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness, Rob, you got Aaron up here giving pretend curse words, Rob. Oh my goodness, a whole mess, a whole mess. All right, you guys. So let me show y'all this real quick, and then we're going to get back to this 90-day fiance chat. I'm gonna share this screen because most of you are like, Michael selling videos. Really? Is he really?
I seen it. I seen it over the weekend, Regina. I seen the
Yes. So
video.
let me
He said
share
he.
this with you
Yeah.
guys. Here it is here, and let's run this. And it says that he
Hello,
is.
fans. This is Michael from 90 Days Fiance. Well, this is my new Cameo account. Kindly follow me and book your Cameo for your birthday, shout out, wedding anniversary, any occasion you want me to give you a shout out to. Just book me and I'll reply, deliver it to you as soon as possible. Thank you and stay blessed. Cheers.
Good luck, Michael. But I ain't paying no 30.
Did
Right,
he say
Michael.
wedding anniversary?
He
He
did say
did.
wedding anniversary, but
He
Michael
did.
is good people's. I can already see his energy. And even though I've never seen him on 90 Day Fiance, I'm loving what we're seeing from Michael. I really am. He seems like a really nice
Oh,
guy.
well, I'm gonna tell y'all. I will be running a video that I'm getting together, and the title is already going to be, which I already have the title. I'm going to be running it this week. I'm hoping I get to it this week because I'm very busy, and it's going to be titled "Why I Don't Think You Guys Should Be Following Michael."
Oh, I can help with that.
Yes, Aaron. Yes, Aaron.
I can't wait for that video, Regina.
Oh
Let me
I
boy.
need
know.
to
Yeah.
watch that. Okay,
Oh
I'll
yes,
learn
it's going to be
something.
coming out. Why I don't think you guys should be following Michael.
No,
And I
Michael's
have.
not any better than Gino.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Okay.
Yep. Even
Looks are
even
deceiving.
even our boy Hugo, what his name is? Nick, what his name is? Justin what's his name's guy?
Nikki.
Igor.
Oh,
Even
Igor, yes.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. That's I got some thoughts to say about this.
Oh,
And
and I also want to say something concerning Nicole and Mahmoud. I heard that Mahmoud
yes.
isn't on the tell-all, and I
No.
think that would be a good thing because the way that the girls ganged up on Igor at the last tell-all for 90 Day Fiance, I did not appreciate that, and I have a feeling that the girls would do the same for Mahmoud and be on Nicole's side, and I do not want to see a campaign to throw Mahmoud under the bus. So that would be a good thing for me. For me, I don't want to see Mahmoud to go through that for me.
Here's the
I
thing,
don't.
though. I think, Aaron, I'm not sure where we are in the comments. If you can help me with that, I can't remember where we left off. But here's my thing. Thanks, Aaron. With Mahmoud, I actually think Mahmoud should show up.
I don't.
Hello. And the reason why I think he should show up is because I believe that even us as viewers see a different light, and we're probably going to be like, okay, I understand that you were actually being abused in a relationship too, allegedly.
Right.
So there may be that sympathy part, but also, Jonathan, like you said, some of the cast may look at him in a whole different light, and he
They
may get
do.
it from them, especially some of the women.
Exactly.
May not see it that way. But I am one who's for everyone showing up and giving their opinion about the situation and voicing how they feel, and no one can voice it better than that individual. So I think he should, but if he's not going to show up, I understand. I'm okay with it as long as he is safe and has a mental capacity to understand that he's still got to live his life and be happy. It can happen. I've seen some people that were on some of these 90-day fiancés. They had a tumultuous relationship, ended up breaking up, ended up not staying together, and they ended up going off, getting new relationships, getting married, having babies, and living a fabulous life. But the sad part is they had to go through all that hurt and that mental problem that they went through, that mental hardship that they went through. So I think he should. But you guys, Michael, we're not buying it, Michael. We're not buying it, Michael. We're gonna do that video. Go ahead, Dustin.
I think that he should. And if he does show up, I hope he don't. But if he does show up, that it should be virtual, not in person.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that people will attack him more in person than they will in the virtual thing, the virtual gift thing, whatever they use for that. But please don't show up in person, or please don't show up at all. I do agree with Jonathan on this one.
Right, but remember, Dustin, Igor was virtual for the last tell all, and all of those girls ganged up on him like gangbusters. So Mahmoud being there,
I don't think he should. I don't think that he should be there for that reason right there. If they didn't,
well, they ganged up on Igor because Nicole started crying, and because of the way he was addressing her. And his communication was off, and that's why they really came for him, because they came in defense of her, because she was actually having a panic attack because of comments and conversations he was having, and he was so cold with it. That's why they really came even harder for him. I don't think Mahmoud would be the same way, but of course, I don't know. Maybe he done got back to his home where he is, and he probably got a whole bunch of all the energy to be able to really tell her how he feels. But I really wish he would show up. And then we go from there. I can't remember the couple, the guy that became a truck driver. He treated that girl so bad. I'm going to try and Google that. Go on, Dustin. Let's see the next person we're going to talk about.
Jasmine and Gino.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I felt terrible for Jasmine because he hasn't, so far the part that I've seen, Jasmine hasn't told Gino that she don't want to have kids. And then when she finally told him that, he got angry and walked in the house and everything. And I just think that I feel bad for Jasmine in this instance, because Jasmine has a reason that she doesn't want any more kids. She's already said it. I don't know if you heard it or not, but she's already said the reason, but she hasn't really told him the full truth. And he's thinking that they're going to have kids together. Well, she don't want to have any more kids, and I felt terrible for her, because I know for him, because I know he wants another kid, but she don't want to have another kid with
him. Listen, only thing I can remember about these two is when he put his toes up on the edge of the tub and told me, "Is this making you turn you on? Is this sexy?" And I was like, I even wanted to throw up in that bath water.
That's what I was about ready to throw up last night.
All right, Aaron, go ahead. I cannot with Gino and Jasmine thinking that this kind of stuff is sexy. Oh,
I just love watching Jonathan's face when we discuss Gino.
Aaron, I can't stand him.
Jonathan, does he look like he should be driving a white van?
Nope. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. I said that too. That's where Regina got that from. I said that during 90 Day Fiance. That's all he's missing. I will say though, I did like him wearing his hat backwards. That I think that's a better look for him. Maybe he should do that more often, wearing his hat backwards. It makes him look a little younger and a little. I was going to use the word attractive, but I don't know if I can use the word attractive and Gino in the same sentence. However, I do think it was a better look for him. But clearly, Gino dives into sex feet first. That was disgusting. I didn't appreciate that. I did not like that. And it's so interesting to me how Jasmine finds the words to uplift Gino as far as his looks are concerned, telling him how good he looks and how sexy he is. And
Yes, he does.
I don't, I don't get it. Is Jasmine fooling herself into thinking these things, or does she actually feel this way towards Gino, or is she just forcing herself to feel this way so that she can, so that she can kind of, be okay with the fact that she's with this man? But anyways, I love the fact that Jasmine's friend encouraged her to get into this pageant. That's someone who loves her, who sees where she is and tries to find a solution to get her into a better place. And so he knows that Jasmine would kill it in a pageant, like winner. Okay, give her the crown now because Jasmine deserves it. He knows his friend and he knows what will lift her spirits up. And, that's true love right there. As I said last week, I don't know if he's playing for her team, so I don't know if they can really work something out amongst them. But I love the fact that he cares for her so much, whereas Gino is showing feet.
Yeah, I love.
Go ahead, Aaron. She was not getting in that tub. She was ready to go. She said, "We got 2 hours." She was not getting in that tub. Aaron, Jasmine, and Gino.
First, I thought Gino did the bathtub because he didn't want to see the alligators.
I didn't think of that, Aaron. That's a good one.
And I love Jasmine with the alligators. I thought she was so cute, so genuine, so absolutely what we've fallen in love with her. I do feel bad for Gino not knowing she doesn't want to have kids, because that's a huge thing, and he is getting older. Yes. And it is something they discussed before marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So it is hard, to watch that she hasn't been honest.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I'm not Gino's biggest fan always, I do feel for him for that, because kids is a big deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, though, the toe thing was gross.
Yes, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that again.
That was too much for me. And I love the fact that Jasmine can go with it. He had to know on the honeymoon that she was just giving him something. She didn't mean it. She just giving him something,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She doesn't repeatedly give this gift. It's just a one-time gift.
Oh my God. I cannot. Listen, I go ahead, Aaron. Them toes. Look at Lady Virgo putting the toes in the bathtub in the chat. That is hilarious, Lady Virgo.
It was giving me flashbacks. I couldn't. So I do feel for him in those moments. I love that he was supportive of her doing the pageant, though. I think he is proud of her, and I think he sees that she's depressed. He's hoping that would help her get more comfortable in making a baby. But I think I felt for him when he said that, because he really does want to have a life with her in the long run and a child together. So I think that's a huge deal, and I hope that she's honest quickly with him.
Quick question for the panel. Has anyone seen Gino make any effort to get Jasmine out of her depressive state? Anyone?
No.
Anyone seen any effort from Gino to try to get her in a happier space? Because I
haven't. I haven't.
Well, this scene he made the tub for her, and he was trying. Well, she was already happy, but I think he tries in the way that Gino knows. Gino is not a romantic.
Was that tub for her or for him?
For him.
Oh, it wasn't for her.
Let's not give Gino too much, Regina. I understand you might like him or whatever, but that tub thing was for Gino. Okay. He said he wanted to get something sexy going on with Jasmine. That was for Gino, okay? And the only reason he took her out to see the alligators is because it was her birthday, I think it was. And so that ain't nothing extra.
Try to give Gino some points now. Gino tried. He's trying. He took her to see the baby alligators, and she told me she wanted to wear green because she wanted to be, the alligators to like her. And he was so crazy. He was like, well, if you fall in and eat you up in one fight or something. He said, I was like, Gino, that is not romantic at all. But
That's real romantic, honey. Real
that was,
romantic,
I
girl.
think Gino tries.
And what will he do when her head is in that alligator's mouth? Nothing.
I cannot.
Nothing. He won't call for help. He won't put up no signal, no smoke signal, no nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing.
I cannot, Leo. Listen, I cannot do Gino like that. Gino is trying. He is trying. He put together the steps when the doggy thing came in. He put it together for her on the floor, even though she fussed him out. He still sat there and put it together. He took her on all these trips. He takes her on these trips she wants to go to. He stood up to his family when they had the dinner. So I think he tried.
I will give him
He
this.
doesn't have to be compassionate as far as that part.
He did think of taking her to Miami, although she had already had it planned that her friend wanted her to come out to Miami.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'll give him that, you know.
Thank you. Thank you. Gino is Gino. Gino is not this big romanticist. Listen, Lady Virgo say I've only seen his toes.
I'm not gonna give him no pass. I'm sorry, Regina. I'm not gonna give him no pass. I'm
gonna give him a pass. He tried. Michelle said he took her back to Miami, and that's not cheap. I'm gonna tell you 100%. Staying on the beach. First of all, that flight to Miami ain't cheap. I just came back, and then staying on the beach. Gino paid some money for it, so he's trying. He is trying. I do think. Let me speak on the part as far as Gino wants to have children. I don't think that she's going to give him children of his own. I don't think she is. She put too much work and money into her body. I don't think that she's going to do that unless it's a mishap, and I don't think Jasmine's going to let that happen. Will their relationship survive them not having children? They will. I know the relationship can survive because other relationships have survived when the man said, he wanted to have children, and the love actually takes over at that point, the love for the person. So they will oftentimes go without having the children. The benefit of that is that Jasmine has children. So if she gets those children over here in enough time, her, Gino, and the boys can still, have that stepfather-son relationship. So they're going to be okay. But do I think Jasmine is going to give him children? No. Does she really need to have a conversation with him? Yes.
My question for y'all is, what do you think Gino's reaction will be if Jasmine has that conversation with him and reveals to him that she does not want to have a child with him?
I think Gino might leave her.
Yeah, he's not going nowhere.
I think
he's not going to leave her. I don't think he's going to leave her.
Okay,
he did leave his last wife though.
Can I ask you this question? And I'm asking for the panel. Do you think they're going to have a surrogate? He might get a surgery.
But that's going to be a lot of money too. They may look into that.
Gino might have to come out of semi-retirement to get the money for that.
Yeah.
But he wants to have a kid. So he wants to have a kid so bad. So
Aaron, you say he left his ex-wife because she wouldn't have children?
Yeah, that's what makes me worry, because he did that. He has said earlier in this season that that's what broke up the marriage.
Well,
so I actually do worry.
Well, I think they're going to have a surrogate by the time they're done.
We will see if that happens. Do you guys remember this couple right here?
Yeah, Muhammad and Danielle.
Muhammad and Danielle.
Yeah.
This couple right here, and this is why I'm bringing this up, and I'm going to have this conversation about Michael. A lot of people kept saying, Danielle, why are you with this guy? Danielle, why are you with this guy? And he kept telling her, oh, yeah, I love her. But he kept blaming the actions of Danielle's anger on Danielle when Danielle was right in her anger. And so this is why this guy right here gives me Michael vibes.
Can I tell you what he gives me, Regina? He gives me a cringy. He gives me flashbacks, because I've been watching this show for a very long time, and I've seen it fall apart on this season, and it gives me flashbacks to see Angela and Michael go through the same thing, and it just gives me a pause, Regina, because I think that this is really giving me I feel like like cringy because I feel like it's just repeating itself all over again with a different couple.
That's right. And that's what I kind of feel like. Now, when I saw that season when they were on, they were on years ago.
Yeah.
But this guy, even when she first went to meet him, I was like, oh, this is going to be a disaster. This guy is using her. And when he got
Well, she
that
even
green
tried.
card and he came over here, he dumped her and he blamed her. He said she was crazy, called her all kind of names and everything. He did not even want to show up at the tell-all. But
She even
production,
tried to get him. She even tried to get him what's called an annulment to get him out of the country.
right.
She
And
she
he
was
beat
going.
that at court. He went to
She
court
she
and they beat it.
she was
He beat
going to everything she could do to get him out of the country, and it didn't work.
Nope, because this guy, listen, he was very smart cookie. He'd done his homework and he knew once he gets to this American soil, puts up with what he needed to put up for so long, he knew the days and accounts and so forth, and then he was out. And she tried so hard to get him deported, so hard to get him back, but he went out, he got him a trucking business and left her and had everybody thinking she was crazy. And he did go to the tell-all, but he was forced to go to the tell-all. And then he was like, okay, I'm out of here. I don't want to be here. And I think he is one of the only guys that, what is the host name on
Sean Robertson.
Sean? He is the only one that I think Sean was really like done with.
Mm.
She was like, okay, okay, we done with you. You don't want to be here. Bye. And he got up, got his stuff, and he was out.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
I kind of now Michael is more smooth with his. Michael is more charismatic with his.
With that
Michael is
accent.
Yeah, he is more charismatic with his. And but I think Michael, I think all along Angela thought she was the big boss when all along Michael had a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And
Michael
Michael
had it
worked
all
that
planned
thing.
out. Yeah,
He
yeah.
worked that thing.
Michael
Angela
had a
always
plan.
thought she had the upper hand, but Michael showed her. We
Michael
gonna
had a
hear
plan to get it. Michael had a he was using he used Angela to get here he used Angela to get to the point where he could get the green card and get here, and then when he got here, he hurried up and got away from Angela. I knew it from day one, and I was
Yeah.
right because they ain't together anymore.
I just want to give my condolences to Michael for even having to touch that woman, let alone kiss her or have any type of relationship with her, because she is she is, from what I've seen from Angela, she acts as though she's a demon seed. Like there's nothing good. I've seen nothing good with Angela at all. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've seen nothing good.
Well,
with
I haven't seen
Angela
anything
personally.
good with Angela, so I do agree with you on that part. But I can't.
But condolences to Michael with his whole situation, even though he does have to take accountability for putting himself in the situation. So he has to take that accountability for, him being in the situation that he is. It is technically his own fault. However, I still want to give my condolences to him for having to deal with that.
He said, my condolences. I cannot, yo.
Everybody
my
got
God.
some good in them.
Huh?
Everybody got some good in them, Jonathan.
I'm sure. We just don't.
I mean, she might not have put it on camera, but
no, clearly she didn't put it on camera. Clearly.
Did you when they was on the other day, The Last Resort? I didn't see any difference in Michael and Angela on there. So I think it's better off that Michael and Angela were fired by TLC, the network, because I didn't see no difference when they was on The Last Resort to now. I see even worse.
Okay. All right. So I'm not sure if this account is Michael's valid Instagram, so I'm not even gonna bring it up because it only says he has 2,000 followers, which I think it looks like it may not be an official account. But you guys, that's our conversation here about these 90-day fiance.
Hold on, Regina.
Yes.
I want to say something really quickly about Patrick and Thais.
Okay.
Patrick seemed terrified during that meeting with Thais's father. I understand why he felt that way. And I also want to say Thais's father is a very handsome older gentleman. Very handsome older gentleman. I understand why he wanted Patrick to ask his blessing. But again, that's a whole tradition thing. And he has to understand if his daughter is okay with this man, and his daughter has had a child with this man, daughter walked down the aisle for this man, he should be able to trust his daughter's instinct with the man that she chose for her life. But I thought that was very telling. He seemed so uncomfortable. And the fact that her father didn't even acknowledge him, just went straight to the baby, straight to his daughter. He was crying, that was a whole thing. But that tension was so uncomfortable for me to watch. It really was.
Anybody else want to comment on that couple real quick so we can get over to Light of the Leo?
They're still my favorite couple. I think I like the driving with comedic. How Thais really does not know how to drive.
Okay, and then she had the nerve to be critical of his driving when they first got there. But then she get in the driver's seat, she don't know what she's doing, girl.
And then he was like, "And you want to drive?"
Okay. But they're an awesome couple, though. I think they're my favorite too, Aaron. I think so.
They are funny.
We agree.
Okay, so let me see if this is Michael's. No, it's not. Okay, forget it. Michael, I'll find you later because I'm going to do a whole story on you. All right, you guys. So that's our conversation here about 90 Day Fiance. Thank y'all for joining us today as we did this recap. This was fun. You guys remember to click that notification bell to be reminded when we go live. We have a lot more shows coming up. We're getting ready to go over to Light of the Leo's channel. Make sure y'all go over there, subscribe, like, and share. Remember, Jonathan has his own channel on YouTube as well, JoJo Speaks. He comes on every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. with trending topics, hot topics, and fun conversations. Make sure y'all go over there. Erin has her great channel, Smiling with Erin D, over there on YouTube, Facebook, social media. All those other great social media panels over there. Y'all go over there and check her out. She is doing some great short clips, so y'all don't have to listen to the hour programs. If you say, listen, I just want a snippet, Erin's got some great information over there, sharing great tips and advice for a lot of people as far as Disney and other information. Listen, Erin, your commentary is it's unique and it's needed. I love what you're doing over there. Smiling with Erin, she has pop-ups, so y'all click that notification bell so y'all will know when she goes live. Thank y'all so very much for being here. Dustin, appreciate you for being here.
Appreciate you, Jonathan. And thank you for being here, as always. And Virginia, thank you for being here as always. And I love you very much. And thank you for always being there for me, Jonathan.
No problem.
All right. We appreciate each and every one of you. Dustin, I'm going to have you go ahead and do our closing thoughts tonight. What's your closing thoughts to wrap up and sum up this program, 90 Day Fiance, this episode?
Well, this closing thought is going to be an interesting one because I think that a lot of these couples need to have some mental health therapy. And these couples need to have a break after this season. I don't want to see them back on the new season. They need to have a break because sometimes I think the cameras can make it worse for other couples, and I think that they need to take a step back on some of the couples. Not all of them, but some of the couples need to take a step back.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate that so very much. All right, you guys, y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank y'all so very much for watching. Remember, hit that notification bell. We are here every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. with our 90 Day Fiance, and Monday nights at 6 p.m. with our reality chats on a lot of these shows. Now, you guys, there's a new show. Well, it's not new, but the new season of Housewives of New Jersey is out. They've already aired. They've started that. I'll be doing a few little recaps, maybe on my TikTok over there. Not sure if I'm going to be doing full recaps over here on YouTube, but I will be doing some recap on that show because I kind of like it, but I don't like that they're still starting this season off with the same mess they've been doing for the longest. And that is Melissa and Teresa still saying they don't like each other and blah, blah, blah. That's so
yeah.
I heard that, but we'll see. Go ahead, Aaron.
I did like that Melissa came out with that saying that she did. I posted on my social media. Praise the ones you love. Don't bash the ones you hate.
There you go. There you go. There you go. And listen, Teresa's been going through some stuff with that husband of hers. So I don't know if we're going to see that on this season, but it's out there. I don't know if it's just a grab for us to watch the show. But you guys, I'll be seeing if we're going to do some commentary on that. And we are still doing commentary on the Preacher Show. I still have that commentary coming up as well. I just got to get back and put all these videos up from being back from this vacation. Thank you all for watching. You all have a wonderful night. Stay blessed, stay safe, love one another, but most importantly, remember to love yourself. Y'all have a great evening. We'll see y'all on the next one. Good night, everyone.
See y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.